Oh, hello. I didn't notice you there. My name is Dorothea Rogers. Come and join me as we draw characters from Captain Pugwash. Let's crack straight on. Enough of that nonsense. Right, as you can see, I'm sketching my own sea monster. I really think you should sketch your own too. I know some of you are going to be intimidated by that, but it really is easier than you think. If you really don't feel confident enough to sketch your own, I've included a template that you can download. The link is in the description below the video. But again, I really think you should try and sketch your own because it's just better and more fun and more challenging, but in a good way. So there you go. You can see I'm doing some teeth. You've got some options here on your teeth. The teeth are a good demonstration of how a small little element can change your sea monster altogether and your picture. So if you do round edges like I'm doing on the teeth, nice round bases, it's quite a friendly looking sea monster. If you wanted to make it more vicious, you could do sharp edged teeth. That's that. Sketch done. Part 2. So once you're happy with your sketch and it looks the way you want it to, we're just going to outline with a simple black marker. Choose a permanent black marker, one that's not going to smudge as you move your hand across it, because you'll be moving around the picture. You'll notice I'm turning my page as I draw, so you want to make sure that you're comfortable, your position is comfortable. If you feel that you're at an awkward edge, then that's going to show in your drawing. Try and be as relaxed as you can as you draw, because it makes a big difference to your drawing. So I'm just going around those rounded teeth. You can see now, not too vicious, kind of friendly, which is how I want this picture to be. I've actually turned the page right round now because it's far easier to draw a curve, like a rainbow curve, rather than a bowl or an upside down rainbow. It's far easier because that's the way your wrist moves. That's the natural movement of your wrist. So turn your page, don't try and turn your hand because it's just a lot harder. Time for tea. Going straight into painting, I'm using gouache paint. They come in tiny tubes usually, but a little bit does go a long way. You can thin it down with water, but just make sure that your paper or card I'm using for this one can cope with that. You don't want your page to start wrinkling and things like that as you paint. So just painting the face as well, filling in all the gaps. And then once we've painted this, we're going to let it dry completely, which I know is slightly annoying, especially if you're like me and you just like to carry on. But gouache is pretty quick drying. So part 4, the detail. We're just going to get a simple grey felt tip pen. So I've got a Crayola one here, but other felt tip pens are available. So just doing shadow and light here. So first of all, the shadow. The shadow will land on one side of the body. So underneath, at the bottom of the head, all the features on the head are going to have a shadow on the bottom side of all the features, if that makes sense. If you're not sure what I mean, just copy what I'm doing here. We've got shadow as well on one side of the neck, but not the other, because the other will be in light. Usually one side will be in light, one side will be in shadow. The mouth is completely black. And then you can see here I'm taking a Posca pen, which is just a white Posca pen, and I'm adding the highlights. So that's just where the light is falling on our sea monster. So it's on the opposite side of any shadow that you've drawn. So if you've drawn shadow on the left of his ears, you draw some light on the right of his ears. So then all I'm doing now is just outlining everything again, because bits of paint have gone over my nice neat edge. So I've just got that black marker again, permanent marker, just going over everything once more to make it stand out and look nice and clean lined and defined. I'm also doing the spikes of the chin. I decided that it wasn't enough shadow with the grey, so I'm just doing black on top. There we go. Finally, I've just got a green marker or Sharpie permanent marker. Again, other brands are available. And I'm doing scales. Don't do your scales too short. They need to be quite deep, otherwise they don't look very scaly, they just look like wiggly lines. And then finally I'm adding some little bits of light on the right hand side of his neck. That's the opposite again to the shadow that we added on the left hand side of his neck. So wherever you put shadow, put light on the opposite side. There's some shadow under his chin because he's got rather a large chin. So the light's not getting to that bit, so that's why we're making it a bit darker. And we're all done. Join me next time when we're going to take this illustration and turn him into a moving picture and animation using traditional techniques of paper engineering. Goodbye.